Mega Mike the Movie Man back with another mega review for you today. Today we are going to be reviewing the movie Scream. Yes, the classic slasher film Scream. Also, if you stick around to the very end of the video, I'm going to be showing off my 4K slipcover of this one. Yes, we'll be doing an unboxing of this one at the very end, so stay tuned for that. But first, if you're discovering my channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe to it, and then also everyone like the video. And let's get started.
What?
Oh, just some scary movie.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
And that opening scene of the movie is so great, gets you hooked into the movie every time. So even though Drew Barrymore isn't in the movie a lot, it just is so memorable and it sets the stage for the whole movie. And this movie is so well paced. Even though it's almost 2 hours long, it feels like an hour and a half movie because you just gripped along the whole time, just connecting with this cast of characters. And all the cast is great here. Neve Campbell as the leading actress in this movie, the Scream Queen, she does perfect as a final girl. And you just really connect to her as just a normal, everyday type of person, and it allows you to follow along as an audience member. And then all the supporting cast is great too for their specific roles. David Arquette as Dewey, the funny cop, the comic relief. Doesn't go too overboard with the comedy, but just is perfect in those moments that kind of let you breathe, take a break from the intensity. And then Courtney Cox as the news reporter lady. She's great in the movie. You have Matthew Lillard during his time of popularity, and you kind of see his type of creepy humor shine through the movie, and it's just excellent. All the characters do a great job in this movie, and it's perfect setup. At first you think just simple story, but I'm telling you, this movie was so innovative for the 90s, really using meta humor. Now today we get tons of meta humor with things like Deadpool breaking the fourth wall, but this movie has so many horror references within it. I can't tell you how many times you hear a horror movie reference or you see something out of a horror movie, right? You'll see Halloween playing in the background at the party, or you'll see the janitor character who looks like he has a Freddy Krueger type of outfit on. And that makes sense since this movie is directed by Wes Craven. But it does such a good job on celebrating horror movies and talking about horror movies. So even though it works as a horror movie in its own right, and you can just watch it as a slasher movie, and it does a really good job of that, just celebrating horror movies makes it a really good, complete package. And my favorite character in the movie that kind of reminds me of myself, the Randy character, who is the film fan who works at a movie store and is always talking about horror movies. And hey, there's a formula here. There's things that need to be followed. You gotta pay attention to what's going on. Watch these movies. It just does a great job.
Rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a scary movie.
Now, besides the characters and cast of this movie, what makes this movie so great is just the style of it. It's more than just a typical slasher movie. There's also a mystery element to it, a whodunit. You're wondering the whole time, who's the slasher of this movie? A lot of horror movies, you already know who the slasher is right away, or it's really easy to figure it out. But with this one, you really don't know until you get into that final act. And by the time you get to the final act, all the surprises within the movie pay off, and you're genuinely surprised. So this movie works as a slasher, and this movie works as a great mystery. Now we're going to get into going over my 4K slipcover unboxing. I know I promised I was going to do that for you guys. So just to take a look at the cover again, you see you got the 25th anniversary edition. I really like the artwork and design on this cover. If you look at the eyes, you can actually see the ghost face killer was in the eyes of this person screaming. So that's pretty interesting, a nice little touch there. And then if you look at the back, you can see all the information on the back. Now, in terms of special features, I did take a look at them, and there's some new 25th anniversary interviews, which are a nice addition to this. Then you also have some older interviews that were also on the DVD copies. But there's enough there to make it worth getting the physical copy. And then also the 4K quality on this, the 4K image is fantastic. You can really tell the details and all the characters, all the clothing and colors and just surroundings. The 4K really shines through on this, and to me, it's a definite upgrade and totally makes worth buying this. And then in terms of sound, you just have the DTS 5.1, which is still really good, but I wish I had a Dolby Atmos track because that's my preferred soundtrack. But the DTS is fine. But like I said, for the 4K scan and image quality of it alone, it is just perfect. It's a great image, and you can take a look at the spine as well. Just a simple spine. And then let me take it out of the slipcover and we can look at what it looks like on the inside. So on the inside, you're going to have the same exact artwork right there. Same thing on the front, same thing on the back. Nice, you do get a digital copy on this one. However, you don't get a Blu-ray disc at all. It's just the digital and then the 4K disc, which is great to have. Wish it would also have a Blu-ray as well. But the inside looks like this. And I do like just the simple artwork of having the ghost face mask on the disc. So I think that works well enough. And so, yeah, nice little simple disc right there. But like I said, I really did like the artwork on the slipcover itself. Can't go wrong with it. But great transfer here. Excellent presentation. And I really recommend this movie. If you're a horror movie fan, I'm sure you've seen this one, but it's great to rewatch it again in great quality. So I recommend getting the 4K copy of it. But if you've never seen this movie at all and you're thinking about trying to get into horror movies, I think this is a good starting one to take a look at, just to see if it really hooks you in and to see if this genre is right for you. Because if this movie can't get you excited about the genre, then I don't think anything can. Because this is definitely a great classic horror movie. Plus, you got the mystery elements with it as well, which really help. So that will do it for today's mega review. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and leave in the comments below. Let's have a conversation. What do you like about the movie Scream so much? If you haven't seen it yet, are you planning on checking it out? So go ahead and leave it in the comments below. And this is Mega Mike, the movie man out here, reminding you to make every day a movie day.